Well, hello, everyone. This is Tracie L James, your business growth strategist, and I am back with yet another amazing female business owner. I am so excited to have the opportunity to share with you on a consistent basis all of the stories and of triumph of all of these women entrepreneurs that I've been sharing with you. So I'm looking forward to this conversation. Today, we are joined by Latrisha Dumas. She is the owner and operator of an amazing massage therapy studio in Jackson, Mississippi. Now, let me explain something to you. This is my massage therapist. Okay. I have tried other people. It's just not the same. It's just not the same for me. So whenever I am back in Jackson, Mississippi, one of my stops is always at her studio. So I'm going to bring her up now, the one and only Latrisha Dumas.
Thank you for having me here.
And it is so good to see you.
Great to see you. I love talking to you. You always give me this energy where I just feel like, you know.
Well, you keep me relaxed and centered and teaching me about taking care of myself and being a part of my self-care routine. And it's amazing because I wish you were on the other end. I really wish you were here in Houston. But it definitely is a blessing to have you when I go home and help me to relax as
Yes.
I return home.
I got you. You know I got you. Yes.
Yeah. So listen, this is a question that I ask everyone whenever I interview. And that question is, it's a two-part question. It is, who are you and why do you do what you do?
All right. I am a person I love to give. I'm very sensitive towards energy. So when I come around people, I can just sense their energy and I always feel like I need to do something. And so that kind of led me to the massage therapist career where I went to school for marketing, but I felt like I wanted to do more. Like, yes, I love marketing, I love advertisement and things like that, but I'm a touchy person. I always like to touch. I'm a hugger. I'm the type of person where, people be like, no, I don't like to hug. I'm like, oh, I love hugs. And so that kind of like fell across when I was just really trying to figure out what was going to be my career. I just one time, I remember back like in my late 20s that I had graduated from Jackson State and I just kind of felt stuck. I knew it was something else I needed to do. And so all I kept thinking about were people always be like, rub my neck, rub my back. Oh, can you hit this spot? And I would always have people to tell me, like, you really should go into this. So that's kind of how I led down that road of massage therapy. And no matter when I was trying to go to school and get the information, do my research, it just seemed like that path that it just kept getting wider and wider and I was trying to back out, but it just kept pushing me through. So that's kind of giving you an idea of how I end up going to massage therapy school.
Okay. Well, I know one of the things that I remember when you and I first met, you were just in that space of beginning to take that step into being an entrepreneur. And I think most of the people watching can recognize that feeling when you've got that full-time job and you've got the benefits and the regular paycheck and the idea of stepping out into something where everything is on you to make it happen. How did you overcome those thoughts of fear and doubt to step out there and go ahead and make it happen?
Honestly, I never wanted to own my own business. Never. I actually I learned when I was working in spas. I worked around a lot of hairstylists, which are independent, and I learned a lot from them because they will always tell me little things, do this, and I'm like, no, I want to have my own business, and they'd be like, Latrisha, you still need to start doing this. And I can say by them putting those breadcrumbs in front of me, it kind of led me out where how I end up becoming a business owner is where I love my independence. I love being able to do something. And at the time, nobody here was pretty much doing what I was doing. I met a lady where, let me rewind. How I started off with Therapeutic Connection, I was pretty much an employment agency where if you have a spa and your massage therapist might be sick or want to go out of town, instead of you like blocking it all, you would just call me. Either I would come or I sent another massage therapist and we would come work on your clients that day and we would go back home. So that's how I started off, even though I was working in somebody else's location. And so what pushed me out the door was that I was very quiet. I'm the type, I don't like to talk. I just let people approach me. And so they was pretty much doing my own booking. And I, like I said, those breadcrumbs from hairstylists was like, make sure you hand out cards with your number on it. You need to start talking to your clients. Stop putting everything in other people's hands. And the location I was in, I'm very particular. For one, I went to Jackson State School of Business. And if you was a major in the School of Business, you know, Jackson State School of Business wasn't no joke. So me working on the other people, and in massage school, we really didn't have a lot of information about business. They kind of touched on it, but not really what I went through. So working at other people's location, I kind of saw things that I knew how I can improve, like my space and how I can go out and market. So I was kind of like shut out because it got to the point where I wasn't going out getting my own clients. And so what my boss did, which she was a very great boss, she taught me how to hustle and open my mouth. Closed mouth don't get fed. That's what she had to tell me. But I didn't like sharing a space with someone else because, you know, when other people, I'm very particular about my stuff and my clients. So, you know, I wanted to make sure my room is neat, everything is put up, this, and that. But when you got other people using your space, it's kind of like, okay, now I got to go back and do it all over again. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Just think about what's going on now. So imagine you sharing a space, you be like, okay, now I got to re-clean everything. So they kind of pushed me out because it was like my stuff was always getting, you know, used. Or if somebody called and wanted me, they would try to take my clients and things like that. So I experienced that. And so I kind of felt like, you know, with my schedule, it was very different from what my boss wanted. Because usually when you want somebody to work for you, you want somebody to work from you all day or whatever. And I knew I couldn't do that. And so I decided to take a leap of faith and just kind of stepped out and got my own. But I did talk to other business owners. So that's one thing I can say. Having that pool of people around you that already been through it, been there, done that, no matter if they success or fail, they all kind of gave me, you know, their own opinion. And I remember one of the young ladies who actually gave me the idea to start helping massage therapists find employment. She basically told me to start off small, you know, and I think that was one of the best advice anybody could have given me, because I know a lot of people want to get like this big spa, but I started off where it was just me without a location and went to me having a location to now what I have now. So.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, definitely being able to bounce ideas off of other people and glean from their experiences help you to really begin to frame.
Yes.
And I know one of the things that I love about your space is there's an energy. Mm-hmm. There's a feeling when you walk in. It didn't matter which space of yours I've been in. When I walked in, there was an energy that helped you to just relax and to just be in that moment. And you know me, mm-hmm. I am attached to this little piece right here. and I would be honest with y'all, she is the only person just about that can get that phone out.
And you know what? I feel bad sometimes because I have clients that come in and they like this on the table. And I take it, can I get your phone? And they be looking at me like, no, you're not. And I'm like, this is the time for you to heal, space, let go. And a lot of people do not want to drop that phone, in which I'm the type of person, I understand emergencies, but a lot of people just feel like they just need to touch their phone. So that's why I like to have them to disconnect, let it go, and just relax, be in that moment, you know. Because kid you not, if I'm working on a client, they constantly on the phone, I can't do the work I need to do because I'm kind of like the phone ringing and scaring me and I'm trying to focus because I'm kind of like, it's so easy to get my attention. I'm like squirrel. So when I'm working on a client and they on their phone or doing this, it's kind of, to me, I don't feel like I'm giving them what they need. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, for them to get the treatment, yes, I will take your phone. I'm so glad you said that because sometimes people make me feel bad. Why do you do that? They paying you when you take their phone.
But what I get from that is, for this moment, you put it on your calendar, you blocked it off, you drove out here, you are lying on this table with the intent of getting a massage and relaxing, but you
Yes.
on your phone.
I get that a lot.
So
But you know what? I think what I realized one time, I think sometimes people just don't want to let go and relax. They feel like they need to do something. And I remember one time, this company, it was a plumbing company, and they wanted to treat their employees. So they had me to come out and do chair massages on their employees. And it was a bunch of guys. And I remember this one guy fussed and gripe because he did not want a massage. And I remember when he got in the chair, he was on his phone, this and that. And I'm like, but I kid you not, within 5 minutes, he had pretty much dropped the phone and went to sleep. And so I was like, that's the goal. I'm trying to get you to. So yeah.
yeah, I mean, the importance of self-care, and that's something that I feel I've learned from you, through the things you've done in the midst of the massage, but also in the midst of conversations with me before and after my massages, encouraging me to relax and to take that
Yes.
time for myself. So you mentioned that you did an event for a business. How often are you interacting with businesses who want to give something really special and different to their employees?
Probably at least about 2 or 3 each quarter. My goal this year is to reach out to more companies, because the thing is, little things like that, the employees really appreciate, even if they never had an experience. Because I had so many people who never experienced a massage until their company provided for them, which I think is wonderful. So a lot of times, especially like if they got like overtime going on, like tax season is now, we just had a lot of delivery. So anybody that's pretty much left in or going overtime or working more than usual, or your morale is your office might be kind of down or low, that is the perfect time to do it. So that's one of my goals this year, is to really reach out to different companies and kind of let them know that they have options. It's not just coming in and just, they can just have it where they don't have to take off anything. And that's one thing I always promote: chair massage, because people say they don't have time. But even if you don't have time, a chair massage, you can do 15 minutes on a chair massage and you feel like, wow, I feel like that was more than 15 minutes.
So let me ask you this. Why is it so important for people to take the time, even if it's just for 15 minutes, to relax? Why is that so important?
Because it's part of stress. If you're constantly going, you're stressing, or you just don't know how to sit down and give your body time to just relax and heal. And one of the things that I like to tell my clients, because they be like, well, I got to work, I got to do this, I got to do this. We'll put a lot of stuff on that list. But one of the things that I try to get my clients to understand is that, your body send you messages. So no matter, like if you have a headache, and sometimes you be like, oh, let me just keep pushing through it, keep pushing through it. And it could be something else, but you're constantly ignoring it to the point where it becomes normal for you. I have clients all the time that will come to me that might have an injury, but they just kind of ignore it, never got a massage, which a lot of people don't think to get a massage for different things. And so they just kind of ignore it. But it gets to the point where your body will shut down and you have no choice. And I get that all the time. I got a sister now that's expecting. Yeah, I'm being on again. And I'm fussing at her, and she's a nurse. And that's another thing. People that take care of other people, they don't stop to take care of them. They so busy taking care of other people. And that's why stress, medical condition, and things like that come about. And so by her being pregnant, she just working, working, working. And like, I had a phone call with my aunt where I was like, we got to, talk to her, encourage her that, we got her, and it's okay to sit down. And I think especially for moms, from my experience talking to people, we just feel like if we don't do nothing for our family, something's wrong, or we shouldn't do nothing for ourselves. And I tell her all the time, who gonna take care of you? So if you don't take care of you, you still got a child, you still got a husband, you still got family, you still got a mom, but always take care of you, because when you're down, who's going to take care of you? So I feel like that is so important. And the thing is, sometimes you just might have to look at little things. Like one of the things that I realized during this pandemic that I love to do as part of my self-care, I love to go outside in the morning and just kind of listen to nature and just kind of just sit there a couple minutes without no interruption. I leave my phone inside and I try to do it early so I don't feel guilty just in case I miss a phone call. So I usually get out there about 6:30, because people normally start calling about 8. So that's something that I try to do. But yes, it is so important.
Well, I know for me, the early morning time has been my space to just be in my own. And I always encourage my clients to start with 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, just sit still, do nothing, think about nothing, read nothing, just sit for 15 minutes, still yourself, right? So when I started doing it in the morning,
Mhm.
it felt so good. I went, I'm gonna do this for 30 minutes. Before I knew it, my early morning time had expanded to almost 2 hours.
Oh,
And it
wow.
was me hydrating. I'd get my herbal tea in the morning and I'd sit and I'd think and read and relax and maybe do a little journaling. And it was just, that was my time.
Hmm.
And when I don't do that, my day is completely different. My day flows completely different. If I get up and I'm bam straight into work, I get drained before I can't last as long, basically. So that time does kind of help you heal. And that thing of, as women, we have to get past this thing of always giving from an empty cup, because
Yes.
when
Fill
we're
your
burnt
cup.
out, then we can't take care of anybody else. So we gotta
Exactly.
pour back in. The goal is to
Mhm.
give from your overflow, not to give from what's in your cup.
Exactly.
So, taking the time to do this is huge. So as you're building your business and you're growing your business, where do you see your business going in the next 3 to 5 years? What's the vision for your company?
The vision for my company is, Therapeutic Connection, your massage therapy solution. I want to not only bring massage to different businesses, I also want to create different atmosphere also, and just kind of educate people why is touch is so important. And one of the things that we're doing now is, we're trying to focus on the oh goodness, they've been using this word all the time and now I can't think of it. Essential workers. Because, one thing about essential workers, they're always important. So let me say that. But I think, like right now, I feel like during this whole pandemic, massage therapists have a job. Even though some people might look at it like, massage, y'all don't do nothing, y'all not important. But during this time, during this pandemic, this, like, I kid you not, our phones was blowing up because people are stressed, they got sore muscles and things like that. So one thing I want to do over the next years is, like I said, create jobs for massage therapists, but we want to create massage stations like throughout the year. And so, like right now, we kind of want to do it small and not so many right now, because my main priority is making sure people are safe. But at the same time, we do want to, make sure we have a plan and we got other people that's working with us where we can do massage for people who, going through this time, because a lot of people is not being touched. And even though people feel like it's not nothing, it's a lot, because I kid you not, I remember after the pandemic, I ended up getting a hug from somebody, and oh my God, I felt like I just melted. And it was like, oh my goodness, I have not hugged nobody in so long, because, everybody's like doing this, right. And so, we had our face masks on and they hugged me, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have not, received that. So that's one thing I want to create within, 5 years, where we're constantly having events for people where, we getting sponsors, we getting, the schools involved. I'm also talking to the directors at the massage school, because a lot of students coming out, I want them to know, like, really get involved with massage. Not, it's not just, work, but to get the experience to not only do different types of event, but you also get to meet different people. You also get to learn from different people, and you also can get mentors and things like that. So that's like two things that I am working on to make sure everyone is being able to get a massage and don't have to pay for it, because hopefully we get a lot of sponsors. And also let the students know, like, let them know how big their career is, because massage is huge. It really is. And I love what I do. I don't know if I told you that. I feel like I got one of the best careers in the world. I'm just saying.
All right, all right. Well, I mean, I love, and I'm gonna be honest, just in being around you, I know this is what you're passionate about because um it comes out of you, it flows out of you in the way you do the things you do. And so I'm excited for you to see all of those things begin to come into reality. So let me ask you this. What
Mhm.
is the biggest obstacle you've had to overcome to this point to grow your business? What's the biggest obstacle?
Okay. One of my biggest obstacle, because like for one, I worked for a company. My last company I worked for was like for 11 years. And you know how you always have people tell you stuff to do. But now I'm at the part where I'm doing everything and I like doing everything, but I shouldn't do everything. So I'm learning now to try to delegate things. And that is so, I know, right? That is, let me tell you how bad I am. And one of my coworkers get on me all the time. I won't even let nobody wash the sheets but me. Right. I know, right? But you know what? I'm letting that go. So I'm learning to delegate. And but one of the things that really, how some people can just do a calendar and keep up with and know what they had to do. What I had to realize, the way I function, that's not how I can go. I can't just look at a calendar. I had to find a system that works for me. And I want to say this. Have you heard of bullet journaling? Have I mentioned that to you before? I don't know. We
Um,
talked about that. Have we
I'm
talked
not
about bullet
sure if
journaling?
we had, because I know you're a major journal user. That much I do recall when we were working together. And you are, and I have converted to straight digital stuff. I have a
Uh,
planner and
mm-hmm.
it's in an app on my computer, on my tablet. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm a dig. I do write everything down,
Uh-huh.
just not on paper anymore.
Right. But I mean, if that works for you, you go for it. And
Yeah.
like one point I was putting everything on the computer and then something come up, but it was hard for me. What I had to learn is put my events on digital, but my task and notes and stuff had to be in writing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I had to learn because like this goes everywhere with me. Every time I have a conversation with anybody, I write it down or whatever, and which this is my bullet journal. And so when I get ready to plan, which I have another one, but this is where I write everything out and map everything. So when I get ready to do my weekly review and things like that, this really helped me. So this has been like the biggest part of me, to have a system where I can say, ooh, I'm not constantly looking for information. I'm not constantly looking for those notes I took. So I try to write everything, like I said, in this, and then kind of convert it into the appointments. So that's one of the things that's been my biggest thing. And just kind of like I said, just kind of learn what I should delegate, what I should contract out, because I feel like I'm a jack of all trades, even though people don't see me like that. But I do my own QuickBooks, and my marketing, because I have a degree in marketing. But I am kind of looking to get some of that off of my plate, especially my marketing. Maybe my QuickBooks, I'm still trying to hold on to that one, but I'm being open now. Actually, I'm meeting a lady today. She don't know it yet, but I'm gonna talk to her about
You're gonna make your coach come out in a second, but keep
it.
talking.
Yes, ma'am. And so, but yeah, that's kind of been my biggest, to find that system that flow for you, where you don't feel like you're overwhelmed. And plus, I'm a mom too. And thankfully, my daughter, she's very smart, but she's my assistant, my house assistant. So she's in charge of doing our a grocery list and finding out what we need. We are coming up together for meal planning and stuff we need to do. So that's something I'm learning to do with her. And I'm also trying to teach her to kind of prepare, for everything versus the day of or when it's time to leave.
Right, right. I think that's great. One of the things that I think most entrepreneurs, when they first start out, they are the chief everything officer and they're holding on to everything and they're doing everything because they've got to do everything. You ain't got no money coming in to hire anybody, so you got to do everything. And then so once you get your flow going and you're doing everything and the business begins to grow, you get stuck in that whole process of holding on to everything and being able to delegate, being able to create positions for people where they feel like they can be a part of your vision. And
Yes.
it's difficult but necessary in order for you to grow, because there's only so many massages you can do in a day as one person, and run the
Yes.
business and be a mom and a daughter and a sister and all of these other roles we play as women. We have to be able to delegate. And this is something that I've begun to share with people in the midst of that whole conversation about delegation.
Mm-hmm.
Is think of it this way: you're giving a gift to somebody else, someone who wants to be a professional in your business. You're giving them a gift of a job.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Right.
gift.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
one that they gotta work, yes, they'll get paid for it, but when you open that position, that is a gift, and it enables you to expand your impact in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hold on to it, you can't let it go, you know.
Yeah.
So think of it that way. And you see your coach just came out, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shift back.
Go girl.
Can't help
You
it,
go
y'all.
girl.
I
You
It is
no,
who
you
I
do
am.
you.
It is who I am. I coach, I advise. This is what I do. So just know that, okay?
Mhm.
So listen, let me ask you this as we begin to wrap up. What advice do you give someone else who wants to enter the massage therapy industry? What's your advice?
Mm. My advice is to talk to find someone that's in this industry. Talk to several. I would talk to several people, not just one person. I would talk to somebody that's been in this industry for a while. I might talk to somebody that's new, but just kind of, but also put that energy out that you do want to talk to somebody, and that person will usually come to you or cross your path. That's one thing I can say, because far as like the school and everything, talk, just kind of do your research, and if you're a prayer, pray on it, or just see what you want. Because like for me, I know that path kind of led me to that. But get a massage. Look, I'm trying to think of stuff, because I just remember like when I did it, it wasn't even a lot of massage therapists around, you know? So me coming from getting into this industry, I just kind of like researched and went on from there. But I know like now it's a lot of massage therapists here in this area, I know, but even not in this area, just kind of find somebody just you can talk to. Another good person to talk to is chiropractors also. Chiropractors, because they kind of like work together with massage therapists. And but that would be another good person to talk to if you have somebody that you're already going to and that know about massage, because that's the difference in that conversation. You can end up talking to someone that's never had a massage, don't know nothing about the massage, and so they might not kind of give you that information you want. And do research with other places, because even though Mississippi might not be doing so much as other places are doing, but it still get you your foundation, because that's what a lot of therapists here, they might go to school and then kind of research and go out. Because eventually I think I do want to go out the state and kind of learn some things to bring it here. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is important to do your research, talk to different people, and to really position yourself to be able to be an expert in your space. And I
Yes.
think that's where a lot of people quit. They're like, okay, I got the certification, I got the license, and it doesn't matter whether it's massage therapy or insurance or real estate. People just assume I got the license, now hire me, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it. But the truth of the
Right.
matter is, if you're not constantly learning, if you're not constantly networking and building,
Mm-hmm.
then you become stagnant, and what you're
Right.
offering will no longer stand out in a sea of so many other people who are doing similar things. Very few things in this world are new, so it's definitely very important that you stay up on what's going on. So
Yes. And build a
um
relationship with your instructors. If this is something that they are already in school,
mhm.
even when I was at Jackson State in massage school, I always kept relationships with my instructors. And actually, my team of therapists, which I have a great team, I got referrals from a massage therapy instructor where me and her would talk constantly. And when I was looking for a therapist, she knew exactly what I was looking for and who to connect me with.
Okay, okay. So what do you think is the most important thing when it comes down to um, building your business? What is the one thing that if you don't do this one thing, your business won't happen?
Start off with your plan. Have a plan. Have a plan, even get help. And I know a lot of time, like you stated, that a lot of time you don't want to spend that money, but find different programs, because there are different programs that can kind of help you get started. You have to do the work. If you don't want to do the work, I mean, you got to pay somebody else to do that work for you. So just kind of remember that, and just don't kind of put too much on your plate at once. Just kind of have like a checkout list. Find someone to help you with your business plan. Find somebody to help you set up your financial records, how you're going to monitor what's coming in, what's coming out, what's working, what's not. But definitely keep up with things that's going in.
Okay, awesome. Well, listen, I want to thank you, LaTrisha, for joining me and being a part of this series of amazing female entrepreneurs who are out here every day getting a hustle on, making it happen. So I do appreciate you taking the time. And for those of you who want to reach out to LaTrisha, her contact information is going to be below this video. And so if you are in the Jackson, Mississippi area, I'm telling you, do yourself a favor and schedule that appointment and put the phone away before you show up. Okay.
I will take it.
Trust me, she will take care of you. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Any last words, LaTrisha, before we shut down?
Thank you so much. I still remember the first time I met you. Was back in Jackson. Oh my goodness. And you know, I was in a room and I was real shy then, but I just remember you. And I remember we went out to lunch, and you know, you always fascinated me. So anytime I saw your name, I was just got this beautiful energy from you. And I'm so proud of you. You just don't know. I am so proud of you. And you remember that picture, no, that wasn't the last picture. The picture we took when a bunch of us went out for your book.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
That's like one of my motivation pictures. So anytime I feel down, I just look at the group of women, and yes, thank you so much.
Wow. Yeah, I appreciated all of the warmth and love, given to me. Because sometimes, you get there and you spend all this time working on something and you release it to the world and people aren't receptive. Mm-hmm. So thank you so much.
Yeah. No problem. Oh, and can I add one more thing?
Sure.
Women, if y'all know anybody that's having a business, support your girlfriends. I don't care if it's a text or share their stuff on Facebook, ask them. I mean, they really need your support, because sometimes as a business owner, you feel like it's just you. And I know I got friends that even if it's text, like one of my friends texted me, it was like, hey, so-and-so got a sale, and I know you like to buy these for your business, just kind of encourage them, because I mean, we really, really appreciate them, and we will encourage you. That's what I say.
Absolutely. We have to support each other in that process. And one of the things that is my goal is to help grow more small businesses past that mark. I mean, it seems like so many small businesses hit the 6-figure mark and then they stop. There's nothing else there. And we need to get past that point and truly build some businesses that can make a major impact and build legacy going forward. So again, thank you so much, LaTrisha, and thank you to all of you for joining us today. And I look forward to seeing you all again very soon on the very next episode. And take care. And remember, send those questions over to me and I'll be glad to answer them for you. Take care. And as always, no matter what happens, just do it regardless. 0 excuses allowed. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.